record. Okay, we're good.
All right. Man, my hair's a mess.
It's all right. It's all right. I can't
Yeah.
talk loudly because it's like 11 already. It's 11:30. So
11 p.m.
yeah. All
Yeah,
right.
that's what.
You good? You good? You good?
Yeah.
All right.
Let me sit.
In five, four, three,
3.
2, 1. Welcome everyone to Sid's Foodcast. This is the podcast where we talk about food, our love for food, the memories attached to it, and everything in the name of food. If this is your first time on the podcast, my name is Sid. Welcome to the show. For today's guest, this dude, I've known this dude for quite a long time, man. He's just derping around. I'm just kidding. No, yeah, I've known this dude for I don't know 4 years or 5 years now. He's been one of my closest friends, and we definitely vibe with a lot of things, and I think food is also one of them. He was not just my friend, but he's also one of my students. If you remember the first episode, he was called out by one of his classmates, Zag. So he said before the show that this is his payback time to say whatever he says, to say whatever he wants to say with Zag. So, welcome, my very good friend Danny. Say what's up, man.
What's up?
Say what's up to the people listening.
Smash like and subscribe.
Uh-huh.
I'll do it for you, man.
All right. Oh, how are you, man? How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Oh.
I've been called out or mentioned a couple of times in your episodes. The episode 1, I think it was also episode 4. I got briefly mentioned for a road trip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right. My name's going around left and right, and like, I gotta show up, man. I gotta show
Yeah,
up.
who is this Danny? I remember like there was another episode. I think it was Gab who also mentioned your. No, it was John who also mentioned your name. So like, who is this
So there's
Danny?
3 people that mentioned me, right?
So
That's insane.
this is Danny. I don't know if the anticipation matched up with what's going on right now, but yeah, this is Danny.
Yeah.
He is
This is me.
just like what I said before. He's not just one of my friends, but he was also one of my students. So I met him when he was in ninth grade, and I was I was his advisor when he was in 10th grade. So so we go a long way back, but not just about the schooling and all that. So we also hang out and just do other shit. But first things first, tell me, what did you have, or what meal did you have before the show?
I'm not being stereotypical, but I had kimchi fried rice.
Oh, bomb, man, bomb.com.
I made it.
With
I made it
spam?
myself with spam.
Oh, gosh.
Cause like if you remember, I made kimchi fried rice for my home eco project when I was in like 10th grade.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I fed you that, but I made it.
We ate a lot of things, so
Yeah.
we vultured a lot of things. Yeah, but
Man.
kimchi fried rice, you can't go wrong. Any time of the day, even if it's 2 a.m., kimchi fried rice, definitely. And do you use white rice though?
That depends on what I have. White rice is very good because it can really absorb everything. The color looks really nice.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to like those mixed rices, the black ones, the ones like with other nuts and stuff, like that's also good. It's just
But it's not
white
better.
is superior. White is superior when you're trying to make like fried rice because you're making a rice that you're gonna add other stuff into.
Mhm.
You don't need
You
a
don't need the
pre-made
other
rice
flavor.
that has already stuff
Yeah.
in there.
You don't need the
Yeah.
berry notes. You need that plain white
Yeah.
rice to absorb the flavors.
Yeah.
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 So,
That's what's up.
for people who are listening, if you haven't figured it out yet, Danny is Korean, so he knows.
I'm your token Asian boy.
We're all Asians though.
All right. I'm your
Token Korean
What?
friend.
token Korean. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he
So
knows his
all that
kimchi.
Korean barbecue talk,
Yeah,
all that kimchi talk, is
yeah,
coming back to me.
yeah. He has a say on that. If you have anything when
Yeah.
it comes to kimchi, Korean food, he knows what's up. He knows what's up, definitely. But besides you being Korean and you being my student, being my friend, can you tell people what you do, who you are, what you're doing right now? A little bit of introduction.
So okay. So let's see how you know my name already because it's already mentioned. I'm 20 at the moment.
Dude, you're
Time
20?
goes, huh? I'm already
Oh my god.
yeah, dude. I'm 20.
Dude, you're 20. I've known you since you're like 15? Is it 15?
15.
Oh
Yeah,
my
15.
god. You're 20. And we're all
Yeah,
we're
I'm
both
at
in
two
our
zero.
20s, man.
Yeah, you old, bro. You old.
Well,
So,
it's good being old.
currently, I'm taking a break out of college. I'm back in my hometown, and I am self-quarantined because that's the protocol.
Hmm. Dude, how
Like,
was how was the
they won't
travel?
let us leave the house. The travel was
It was just
terrible.
normal, right? I mean, there's no other like the process and all that. It was just pretty normal.
Um,
Normal in COVID
no,
standards.
actually,
No?
normal in COVID standards, sure. There was a lot of going through here, going through there. I took like 4 different transportations just to get home, and it was
Hmm.
a mess.
Oh, well.
Especially I took the like midnight plane. It
Hmm.
was crazy.
Oh. And no one can pick you up, I guess, because like you're POI, so
Yeah,
you have to travel all by
but I'm
yourself.
negative. I'm good now.
Yeah.
I got tested. I'm good.
Oh, that's good. You got tested because
Yeah,
even
right
here,
away. Right away.
yeah, here in the U.S. we don't get tested. You only get
Every man for himself.
people are not wear masks, man. Like there's a restaurant, just a few blocks from my house, dude. Like
Yeah.
there's like families hanging out, like it's predominantly white though, but um,
Of course,
dude, like
they're gonna get it, bro.
it's
They're
just
gonna
a
get
there's
it.
just a lot of people, like 95% that I saw, they were not wearing masks, and they're like chill. They're really chill about it.
Yeah.
Stupidly chill though.
Hey, man, it's the survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
If they don't want to wear a mask, more food for us, more space for us.
Mhm. That's a horrible thing to say.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's survival of the fittest.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah,
If they
like
don't want to fit into the
it's
norm, then it's bye
it's
bye.
it's just way different, in the Philippines. It's awful, but it's not like people are fighting the the purpose of wearing masks. Here is a whole different game. Like you are infringing my rights. You know, God
I,
made. Like I heard.
God gave me, God gave me lungs to breathe. Why should I stop with a mask?
No, no, no. There was like a congressman who says like, God gave me this face, and God did not give me this face to just be covered by a mask. We're like, oh my god.
My goodness.
But
I mean, you're thanking God for like your breathing system or like you being able to breathe, but
Mhm.
technically God is also the one who's responsible for the virus because technically he does everything, right?
Mhm. Well,
So kind of like
yeah, but um,
let's not get into that too much. Yeah,
yeah, it's just crazy, and
it is
whenever
crazy.
we say crazy shit, it's okay. I can always edit this out.
All right.
Dude, like we're just like Zag, I had to edit a lot of shit out.
He said some unspeakable words.
Well, yeah, yeah. But going back to kimchi fried rice, I always pair it up with spam, but I don't cut.
Yeah,
I don't cut it with cubes though. Some people they kind of integrate the spam inside, within the mix of the kimchi fried rice. I want my spam whole.
like
I want to have that
you,
spam
you want the
pieces.
whole block.
No, no, the spam
You,
cuts.
you want the whole block.
No, because some people do the spam cubes, and
Oh,
then mix it with the rice.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, I want those slices. I want to eat that with
Uh,
QP mayonnaise. That's how I go with it.
yeah.
and with egg and with
For me,
nori.
it's like the egg and nori. Yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
the good tops, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good toppings. Um, for me, it's like I feel that the cube is a better method. I mean, like it makes it, look really more appetizing when you have those large slices of
Mm-hmm.
spam on top of it, right? But then like the reason why you make it into cubes is that so that they can also incorporate the
The
flavor very
flavor,
well,
yeah, I get you.
and because you're making it small so that they cook faster
Mm-hmm.
and you incorporate the flavor while it's also good. But I do mind a bit of like a Western justice, which I shouldn't.
What
Um,
would you do?
instead of like oil, sometimes I put
Butter?
butter
Yeah.
to cook, like a light. Instead of like olive oil, I go
Mm-hmm.
with like butter to cook my kimchi.
Mm-hmm.
It I don't know. I don't know if that's a very. It's very unorthodox for sure because usually you just cook it straight up
With
or
oil,
with like
right?
light
Yeah.
oil. But for some reason, it just felt more, delicious. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know.
Well,
There's a stronger flavor that really punched through.
yeah, I've seen one video, but he's also Korean American, so he said like
Yeah.
he likes to put butter. He's like he puts the butter in the pan so that the rice would be cooked in butter, but he also adds butter within the cooking process. So it's like a different
Okay,
taste, I
I don't do
guess.
that much. I don't do that much.
But then he also, yeah, he does he cubes the spam, and then
Yeah.
but then he also adds bacon. So you don't,
Bacon
for
is
that
like
main source
your,
of protein.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But then like if you have spam, you don't really need bacon
but
anymore.
it's spam cubes.
It's
You don't have
technically
that. You don't have that bite of the spam, because it's incorporated.
you don't need the bite.
That's yeah. Some
You
people
know?
like you're already full, with just the rice and the egg. But if you're hungry,
Oh, that's yeah, that's different.
um,
Um,
yeah,
yeah.
you've lived in the Philippines for quite a long time. So
10 years to be
10
exact.
years. Oh, 10 years. That's 10 formative
2010
years.
to 2020.
It's not like you were working there. It was your formative years. So that's basically
Yeah.
high school all the way to senior high, and then you did 1 year college. So and sorry,
Yep.
grade school. So that's your formative years, and well, definitely there's a lot of things to talk about that one, but now knowing that you probably won't be in the Philippines anytime soon, what are the dishes that you will probably miss the most? That you will probably miss the most? Filipino
For
cuisine,
starters,
to be
I
exact.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
For starters, I never really backed down from trying food or trying
Mhm.
different types of food. I've never been a picky eater, and I've never, had any allergies or anything like that. I love food in general, and that it never stopped me from trying a lot of different things.
Mhm.
Because there's things like if you remember the pig blood,
Mhm.
right? A lot of people, especially the foreigners, think it's really weird.
Mhm.
Um,
But
I'm
we
okay with
Asian
it.
though.
Yeah, I don't care. You know, like
Mhm.
man, I'm gonna miss lechon really.
Oh
Like
God,
it
lechon.
come on, it's
Mhm.
gonna be like if you think like Cebu as an island, you got
Mhm.
lechon there.
Yeah, for sure.
Good stuff.
Cebu lechon for real. That's pretty legit.
So
On top of the
good.
list. What
Yeah.
else? What else? What else are you gonna miss?
What else am I gonna miss? Does it have to be like traditional food?
Not necessarily. I just said Filipino food, but you can tell probably, probably
Or
foods
can I
that you could probably just see in the Philippines, like, or you're gonna have a
can I
difficult
can I miss
time. You're gonna you
can
have
I
to,
miss like minute burger? Can I miss that
yeah,
one?
yeah, the minute burger. Why though? Why? It's not
Like
a common answer.
no, it's not. A lot of people go for like angels, or because like the burger fights. Like
Uh-huh.
the different chains
Yeah.
that do the buy one take
Why are you
one.
going to miss minute burger?
It was like my go-to.
Broke
Since
meal.
minute burger was like widely available in
Uh-huh.
a lot of places. It's my for 60 I get like two whole burgers. Like yeah, that's a steal right there.
Mhm.
And If I feel like I want to spoil myself, I get one of those like brioche buns.
Yeah, yeah, dude, it's good though. It's good.
The black pepper, it
Yeah.
takes me away, man. Every time, black pepper burger.
It's
I
not like
love it.
it's not like it's cheap as food. I mean, it's pretty cheap, but the quality it's still pretty good, you know.
Surprisingly,
Yeah,
yeah.
Middig
So what I do
burger.
is like there is a Mineski in La Hogue, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I go there. Sometimes I would, Mom, I'm sorry. Sometimes I'd like go out overnight. Stay in Mineski. I just hope that she doesn't see this video. um, I go out like nights and nights on end, and
Mm-hmm.
there's a within the radius of that Mineski. There's a walking distance.
Mm-hmm.
There's a minute burger, and what I do is I buy like four, which is also two orders of like one and one, so I get like four burgers in
Mm-hmm.
total. I bring all of that to Minute Burger, and I just chow down while I'm playing like League of Legends.
Oh my God! Now I remember my Mineski memories. I also have that one. Those
Yeah, man.
nights. It's not just me. It's also Frank. Oh my God. Well, we don't
Like
play.
you
Well, I would see Frank. It
yeah.
wasn't Mineski though, but I would see Frank. If you guys don't know Frank, Frank is my friend, but Frank is also my coworker. He was also his teacher back then. He was his computer teacher. But back then,
Yeah.
when we were not teachers, I would see him also in the computer shop, like probably around, I would say like
What,
10
free?
p.m. probably
Just 10
9
p.m.
like 9 p.m. and
Yeah.
I would play Dota 2 until probably 2 or 3, and then I would go home, right? I'll go home,
Hmm.
but then the next day
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would probably work out in Napiliana, so I have to wake up pretty early, so probably that's around 7 8 ish, and then
He's still he's,
when I go there, you
and
just
he's
check
still
it out, he's
there.
still there, man. That's an overnight shift, man. We gotta get the
Yeah.
MMR up.
Like, I mean, the grind never stops, right? The
Yeah, the
hustle.
grind never stops, man. Even if you smell like a dead rat, the grind.
Man, because
Oh.
like the feeling of like seeing the morning, like the sunrise after like at like 6 7 a.m.
Mhm.
while you're like walking out of a Mineski
It's like,
with like
oh my
with like morning
God.
breath. That's a whole new level of
Yeah,
like experience.
yeah, definitely. And
You
then,
can't get that experience
mm-hmm,
anywhere.
mm-hmm. Like you go inside Mineski, it's nighttime, and then when you go out,
Yeah.
it's bright and
It's
early.
morning.
Everyone's
You see
eating.
like people wearing suits, like ready to go to work, and you
And
come out looking like a fucking homeless dude.
oh, and then you just energized by 2 packs of Pancit Canton by Mineski.
Yes, yes, I'm gonna miss Pancit so much.
Oh. But in
And
Mineski and Lahog though, do they also make Pancit Canton?
yeah, they did.
Cause I play Mineski in near Metro Gaisano in Colon. It's not technically Colon, but it's capital. It's the
Yeah,
capital
yeah, I've
there.
been there, dude. I've
Yeah,
been there. Remember? You
yeah.
told me about it, and I actually went to visit.
And
Shady, but
I always go to the VIP room because it's pretty quiet. You get the nice chairs,
yeah,
and then yeah, man. And then you just eat Pancit Canton, and then you just stay there for hours on end, dude. Oh my God.
that's the life,
Yeah, that is the life.
man.
But
Speaking of
you can
Pancit,
only do so
right?
much. You can
Yeah, because like but like it's widely available. Like
hmm
a lot of places just gives you Pancit as like an
But it's
available
different. It
option to
hits you
eat.
different when you're in Mineski, you know.
Yeah, while you're so zoned into your
hmm
computer, and then they bring you that piping hot
Yeah,
Pancit Canton, unlike that
like a
the
king,
cardboard looking plate. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
man. You
That
know.
thin ass plate with like a
hmm
plastic fork. Yeah,
hmm
yeah,
Shout
that's my
outs,
meal.
shout outs to Pancit Canton and Mineski. That's a good
Yeah,
combination.
yeah. But like when I make it at home, like when I have pancit alone, um, I've always noticed this, but I never really addressed it.
hmm
Um, tendencies are when you open the package, there's like more than one sauce packet or like more than one
Yeah.
flavor packet. It always happens. Like out of like 1 out of 10 that I grab, there'll
Mhm.
always be like double packets for some reason.
You got the anomaly. Dude, I lost you.
Yeah, you lost. I lost you.
I lost you.
You got disconnected.
I don't know what
Where was
happened,
I?
but we're good. Okay.
Where was I? Where was I?
Well, Pancit Canton and Mineski.
Right, right. They were like, you make it at home, right?
Mm-hmm. You get the
You're
anomaly with double packets.
it's 1 out of 10, really. Like the ratio is so solid,
I never tried that though.
right? You never had the anomaly packets?
No, no.
Man, it's so good because like when you're having like chili mansi and then you
Mhm.
get the extra packet, like yeah, you like, do I save it for next time? No, you don't. You put it right on,
Well,
double the flavor.
you like chili mansi?
Like I know it's unhealthy.
Mm-hmm. I,
Yeah,
I go with sweet and spicy and extra hot.
I'm a
Yeah.
you're a sweet and spicy kind of person,
Or
huh?
extra hot. So it's either any of
Extra
those two.
hot, I can agree with you.
Hmm. Yeah. Because
There
it's
are
not
times
that
where
hot.
like I would do some like mixing,
Hmm.
You know how like chili mansi is like right between extra hot and like calamansi, right?
Yeah.
But then they can't quite reach the flavor, the peak
Hmm.
flavor of both sides.
Yeah.
So do you know what I do? I buy separately and then I mix it together.
You buy calamansi and extra hot, and then you mix it together.
Yeah, and then I mix it together. Yeah,
Yeah. You go full on
to make like
calamansi
my
and
own
full
chili
on
mansi.
yeah, and you meet in the middle.
Yeah, dude, it's like the flavor is like it's equally sharp on both ends because I can taste like the full calamansi at the same time. I can taste the
Oh
full
my god.
spice. No pulling punches.
Man, your liver's working overtime.
I
But
gotta make do.
yeah, yeah, you're still young, so you're not gonna
Yeah,
feel that.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's not my problem. That's future Danny's
yeah,
problem.
that's 26, 27-year-old Danny.
Yeah, yeah. That's my back hurts
Yeah,
from
with the
moving
back
Danny.
pain. Anyways, Danny has been living um, independently for quite a while, for a few years now, and that's not common. If it's in a Filipino setting, if you're in the Philippines, it's not as common living by yourself when you're probably in senior high. You started living by yourself senior high, right?
Yeah, grade 11.
Yeah. So it's not quite normal. It probably in college. So that will be like people will be dorming, but if you're senior high or probably even high school,
Yeah.
it's not really common. So well, we actually have the same kind of story. When I was in high school, probably third, I was in third year, so that's ninth grade.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started living by myself too. So I know the the happiness that comes with it, and I also know the struggles that comes with it. Because there's no
Yeah.
curfew, there's
No
no
one can tell you what to do.
yeah, and you can eat whatever you want, but
Sleep whenever.
you sleep
Do
whenever you
whatever.
want. But that's the problem also with with freedom, because we have so much freedom, we don't know what to do with it. It's the problem
Yeah.
of choice. When there's a lot of choices, and probably if you go to Lazada or you go to Amazon, there's just a lot of choices, or even in the supermarket, there's just a lot of choices you get. There's a term for that
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
like you freeze because there's just a lot of choices. You don't know what to do, and that also happens, with living alone. You can stay up whenever you want. You can eat whatever you want, but should I do that? You know, and there is a certain amount of time of happiness, but there's also a certain amount of time of struggle. So,
Yeah.
when it comes to food or when it comes to budgeting, how did you fare? When living alone,
Homemade, homemade cookings.
homemade cook. Oh, yeah,
I
'cause
was,
that's the thing that I
yeah. I
didn't
mean,
do when I was in high school.
what did you do then?
I just keep eating outside.
Oh, bruh. So, I got my mother was always busy, right? She
Mhm.
always used to like work double time. So there are times where like when she does come back home, she'd be bringing like fast food, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I can't wait for that. I can't wait for like 9, 10 p.m. to get like a Big Mac in my mouth. You know, I'm a hungry boy, growing boy.
Mm-hmm.
So at one point in my life, when my mother was still around, I used to kind of like pick up one of the cookbooks or like just see what my mom's doing on the
Mm-hmm.
weekends and kind of try to learn out of that, right? Kind of tried
Mm-hmm.
imitating. I watched a few videos. I didn't do this because like I was into cooking that much. It was more like
It
I
was a
didn't want to eat
necessity.
fast food all the
Oh,
time.
oh.
Yeah, it was more like a, you gotta do this yourself now.
Mm-hmm.
And then it helped out, right? Because over the years I started to normalize home cooking a bit more.
Yeah, and you would bring your
So
own
like,
meals, when
grocery,
you were in 10th grade.
yeah, yeah. I made my own stuff sometimes, right? It's
Yeah,
good,
and there's big props, for a high school
you know.
kid.
But
Mm-hmm.
it is what it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta make do.
Mm-hmm. You got the black
Yeah.
rice.
But then, yeah,
Yeah.
that was good stuff. You know, if only somebody didn't steal them from me. Are you gonna eat that? You gonna finish that?
Who you calling out, man?
Stupid.
Who you calling out?
Huh? Zarsha,
Were you
Alexander,
you
Griffin.
speaking too loud with your mic, man? Just speak
Sorry,
normally.
sorry,
Go.
sorry. Zorshat Alexander Griffin, I'm looking at you. You know, one of the biggest vultures that we had in our classroom. That took a lot of my home cooking. You know.
And that also goes with other students. Also, like you guys would share. That's a thing.
I mean, we didn't mind sharing, right?
Mm-hmm. No.
It was very like I mean, food really connects people,
Mm-hmm.
and I like that about food because
Mm-hmm.
like when I cook for someone, I can really show, like when I want to make a gift for like someone special, I rather like cook something
Mm-hmm.
for them because I
True.
feel like
True.
giving like a gift, like a materialistic thing, it's nice and all,
Mm-hmm.
like, but then I feel like cooking really shows like, hey, I put my time and effort, my knowledge and like my skills into this dish to
Mm-hmm.
make you happy. You know, that's something.
You better eat this.
You better eat it, bro. I took time and effort.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Because you would see not just time and effort, but also love. And
there's a lot
that's
of
that
love.
that's one thing that you probably would not get for something that's probably ordered or you got it
Yeah.
somewhere else. That's a lot of effort. So what were your go-to dishes when you were a student that that would be easy for you, or probably just the main staples that you would cook and you would bring it at school?
Um, at school, there was a point, in my high school days, I did bring a few kind of, like rice with like, side dishes, like kimchi, maybe like a bit of like meat and stuff.
Hmm.
But then around senior high, I kind of stopped bringing food to me, to the school. I the workload of like me living alone
Hmm.
and having to like wake up early to cook something so I can bring it for lunch
Hmm.
was too much for me, right?
Yeah.
Especially that I had to do the dishes,
Hmm.
and mind you, cooking for one person is never an easy job, right?
Hmm. Because
Sometimes I wish that I could cook for two because the amount
somebody
of
else is
plates
gonna.
that you're cleaning, like the amount of like pans
Hmm.
you're cooking with, the amount of
It's
plates that you're
worth it.
using. But I mean, it's the same with like cooking for three people
Hmm.
or two people or
Hmm.
one person. It's
It's the same
eventually
amount of
you're gonna
pans.
be, yeah, you're gonna be cooking and cleaning the same way, and it was a big hassle when, especially during my senior high. So I would cook at home for myself,
Hmm.
or I'd go to like Silogan Gian, which
Hmm.
was like really close to my place.
Hmm. Shout outs to
I love it.
Silogan and Gian.
I love it.
Hmm. Oh yeah.
They have like chicken skin,
What
the
do you usually,
sisig,
the chicken
the
skin silog? Oh man.
Yeah,
That is
chicken.
with Pancit
I don't
Canton.
know.
That is
They
just
they
fire.
put like this mountain of like crispy chicken skin. It was worth the money.
Yeah, and it's not that it's not that expensive. It's really affordable.
No,
Yeah.
they really gave you like garlic rice,
Mm-hmm.
like egg, and your main dish of the
Yeah,
day.
and for people who goes to Silogan ni Gian, you would definitely know that after eating your meal, you're gonna look at the mirror and say what's up to your face. That's part of the deal if
Yeah,
you're gonna go to Gian.
they have the big mirrors that you look at yourself like, what have I become?
After eating like 2 dishes with pancit canton, look at yourself. You
Yes, yes,
filthy
yes.
animal. At 3 a.m. after drinking.
Oh no! You get the chicken noodle soup,
Oh my god.
like try to like cure yourself from like this massive hangover in the
Uh-huh.
morning, or like after you're drunk, like you're hammered, right? And then you
Yeah.
go
To see
to like
Logan
Silogan Gian to get that, yeah, to get anything into your stomach, and you look at yourself in the mirror like, what are you doing with your life right now?
You worthless
It's
piece
like
of
2 a.m.
shit.
It's it's 3 a.m. in the morning. You are
Yeah.
hammered out of your
Uh-huh.
mind.
Yeah.
Your friends are carrying you back home.
Yeah. Keep
They're
eating that
spoon
pancit
feeding you.
canton. Yeah. Yeah. You
Like
filthy
your friends
pig.
come to you, they rub your back, like keep eating, keep eating. You don't want to die tomorrow. Like yes, like okay.
You stare at yourself at the
Uh,
mirror. Oh my god.
oh god.
Oh. But that's the charm that comes with Silogan Gian.
It's so available,
Mhm.
It's so comfortable.
It's
You
it's
can really go
comfort
there at
food.
any time.
Mhm.
It is comfort food. But
It's
then
weird because it's a breakfast place. I would assume it's a breakfast place because a lot
yeah,
of silog, but definitely what comes into mind is it's either late night and you're hungry, or you're done
yeah,
with your drinking session and then you're hungry.
yeah.
I
It
lost
it
my
feels.
I lost my cap in Siloganigian.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, and I know they have that CCTV, but I don't know if it was working. But it was too late. It was like 2 a.m. Forgot about it.
Yeah, yeah.
But
You were
yeah.
drunk out of your mind.
No, I wasn't
I was
drunk.
like,
I was just
I don't remember
playing.
a cap.
I was playing too much Civilization.
Oh no.
Oh my god, I played like 6 or 7 hours of Civilization. And I just, because I played Civilization in near Velez, so I could just walk to Siloganigian and then just eat
Yeah, yeah.
there. Yeah. Well, good times, man. Good times.
Good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But.
So yeah, I used to do those things, right?
Mhm.
Like go to Silogan, or like sometimes I cook at home. The go-tos are usually made with like, yeah, kimchi fried rice. For breakfast, I'll do like scrambled eggs. I like
Mhm.
scrambled eggs. You know, I don't cut short on my butter intake when it comes to
Mhm.
scrambled eggs. I make them really custardy and good.
Oh, that's
Well,
really good. I like that. Definitely with
yeah.
I'll put a little bit of zest to it. Actually, I put a little bit of lime with my scrambled eggs. I kind of like
All
it like
right.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's just
For
the
me,
butter
we
and the
we don't have
milk. It's just too much. Sometimes.
the
If if
calamansi.
if you put
We have
chives,
that.
yeah, we have calamansi. But if you have chives or green onions, it actually cuts the
Oh, that's good.
fattiness of the scrambled eggs. But going
There was a time
go
with
ahead.
that, right? Um, there was a time where I wanted to be experimental
Mhm.
with cooking, with like home cooking. So I bought like a couple of like cow like beef parts.
Mhm.
Like this isn't like ground beef. I'm talking like the steak parts, right?
Mhm.
The 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 what do you call that?
The
The
tri-tip,
yeah, the
the new
tri-tips. I got like
the butcher
the
steak.
eye, the chuck,
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
butchers.
Mhm.
I tried like a lot of things, and because I tried to make them into like kind of like a steak,
Mhm.
and I heavily underestimated back then of like the size of steak and like how to actually portion them,
Mhm.
right? Or like what kind of steak it is. There's some of them like I tried to cook them. The flavor is great because I would usually like marinate it
Mm-hmm.
with like garlic, low sodium soy sauce,
Mm-hmm.
garlic, and like uh rosemary. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like marinate it like probably overnight or like maybe like 3 4 hours if I want to make it quick. And then I put it on the grill. It's nice. I put it on the pan. I usually pan sear because
Mm-hmm.
living alone you don't have a grill.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is steaks can be very tough if you choose the wrong parts, right?
Yeah, and if you don't know the method of cooking,
Yeah. And I've had my ups and downs with food. I've failed a lot of times,
and that's part of the
especially like
process, you
things
know.
like yeah, like eggs. I used to like burn eggs. I don't know how I did it. I just burnt eggs. I was so ashamed of myself. It was so basic. I burnt sunny side up.
That's okay. That also happened to
And
me.
yeah, and like pasta. I don't know how much. I didn't know how much you needed or like how many noodles
Mm-hmm.
is considered one person meal.
Mm-hmm.
So I put like a shit ton, and then it became a mountain of noodles that I
Probably if
couldn't finish.
you put the whole thing, if you put the whole bundle of pasta, that would
I
be
gave like a
probably for
handful.
three. Yeah, that would be for 3 people, or like
Yeah, I
two or
made a
three
big
people.
mistake.
um, with your
It's
memories
crazy.
back in the Philippines too, I want to go further with when I want to talk about. I mean, I really want to talk about your
Yeah.
memories with your friends, probably, or your classmates. Because John mentioned that you two would go to food markets, well, food
Food
parks.
venturing.
Yeah,
Yeah, we do like food
just
venturing.
the two of you, and just try out some. I would assume probably some sort of like a supermercado or some sort of night
Yeah,
market. Yeah,
yeah.
so knowing that you won't see them, you could definitely shout them. You can do a shout out for your friends
Shout out.
back in the Philippines. So you could probably, do you have any fond memories? Because for me, when I was in high school, the memories of eating out with your classmates is really something that it's pretty
Yeah.
special. You know.
Ooh. Um, I had quite some experiences with like classmates, when
Mhm.
especially like you know the we I came from your school as well. I also came from USJR
Mhm.
in my senior high days. So you know the one in Basak, right?
Mhm.
The show my stand in front of Alberto's. Yeah,
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
Even to my generation, we keep eating that.
Yeah. Oh man.
It,
From my
it doesn't stop.
generation to your generation. Oh God,
Like
that dude with
even we ate those, and it's so good.
it's
It's cheap,
so good, man.
affordable, and I've had a lot of my like adventures to going to more street and local food and like cheaper foods.
Mhm.
My I had a couple of friends close to my circle who weren't that, how do I say it, financially flexible.
Mhm.
So they would also do things like vulturing.
Mhm.
They would go around, take some food from
Mhm.
friends. All they prepare is like
Mhm.
rice from home.
Cheap
So like
eats.
yeah, so cheap eats. And being around them, I got to adventure down to those cheap eats
Mhm.
places and that kind of lifestyle.
Mhm.
You know, because normally if I order like shomai or like if I order like those like street food
Mhm.
or like proben, I miss it so much.
Problem, man. Oh, it
Oh,
hits you
proben.
differently, man. Oh, the
Oh
high
god, no, it
cholesterol
hits you
gods are
differently when
singing.
you're drunk. It hits you differently when you're drunk. In La Hogue, you walk out of like those like root stop or whatever, and then there's a proben stop near you, and you sway. You're like, oh, I guess some. I guess some. Like you're hammered. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, I want something like something fatty in my stomach, and then you know you
Oh,
get that sweet and sour spicy sauce. You
that
just like
savory.
drizzle all over.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
so oily
oh.
goodness
No. You add it up with it's
with
not
vinegar.
Mountain Dew. They had Mirinda. They had Mirinda and shit. And yeah, you mix that combo. Ooh,
Oh,
that's a sick night.
oh my God. Oh, Pro good, man. It
Yeah,
hits you differently. The
it hits you
cholesterol
so
is at an
good.
all-time high.
Yeah. Um. So yeah, I've got to experience a lot of things when I was with different type of circles. There are
Hmm.
circles who like
Bougie
enjoy things
shit.
like Korean barbecue
Hmm.
and boba, milk
Hmm.
tea. There's those who like to go to like supermercado instead. There's some who just likes to find proben stands at like 2 a.m. in the morning, see if they're still available and still running.
Hmm.
I have all types of experiences,
and
and I never once stepped down from any kind of food invitation.
and that
Um,
that's
I don't
pretty
know. Like
awesome,
I
man.
like this adventure of
Yeah.
you know
So,
really eating everything, everywhere and anywhere.
so whether it's bougie or
Yeah.
ratchet, you're in.
Nah, we love it as
Yeah.
long as it tastes good.
Mm-hmm. Have
You
you?
know, except when they give you food poisoning. That's a
I
different
remember
story.
food poisoning. I remember one thing.
I remember. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Do you
I'm gonna
remember
tell you right
that?
now.
Are we thinking about the same thing? Are you
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
we're talking.
Speak Up?
Yes, all right. This was a time when I was actively shut up.
Oh my god. The debate circle. This is what you gotta hear, okay?
Okay, so I used to actively debate back in
Mm-hmm.
junior high, all the way up to senior high,
Mm-hmm.
and that was I think my second
That was your second Speak Up.
tournament. It was my second. No, it was my second tournament because we went to Jumpstart first, and then we went to Speak Up for the first
Oh,
time.
was this your first year of debating? I thought it was the second year of debating.
No, it was my
Oh,
first year
your
of
first
debating, and
year?
then
Oh, that happened in your first year. Okay.
it was terrible.
Okay, so let's go. Tell the
Um,
people.
so I really enjoyed debate back in the day, and during our between our matches we get like lunch breaks, we get dinner breaks, and then they do provide food. For some reason, I'm not sure. It was I don't know if it was deliberate or if it actually was like unintentional. But me and my partner got food poisoning
I
during
don't think it
lunch
would be that
break.
in that degree. Probably you had an upset stomach.
Okay, it was no, it was worse than upset. I
Probably
was
diarrhea.
dying. I was like shivering. I was I was throwing up. I was shivering. Like okay, we didn't get food poisoning, but we had the worst diarrhea. And after lunch, we have another match, right?
Mhm.
We have another round. We
Mhm.
have to go debate again. And while we're preparing what we're gonna say, what our arguments are, my stomach starts to growl intensely, and uh, I thought I could hold it in, right? I was like, okay, cool. This hurts, but this is gonna be like our last match of the day, so I guess I can hold it in and then do it later. I couldn't take it, and I had to leave middle of the
Middle
round
prep
to go to the
time. Is it
bathroom
middle of the?
to like no, I left during prep, and then I left during
The rounds.
the rounds. Like after I spoke, I immediately ran out to like to like to excrete everything in my stomach can like ever hold. And then Zach was doing the same thing, and we were going back and forth, dying. It was a terrible experience,
Oh,
and it didn't stop. Right, it
mhm.
kept going until the night when Zach had to sleep over at my place.
Oh yeah.
So both of us took like one bathroom each. Because like
Mhm.
my mother came to pick us up. She heard from me that I had like the worst diarrhea. She sped to the debating grounds and it picked both of us up, and we had to like shit our brains out for the next 2 hours.
Oh,
It was terrible.
that's an experience. I want to say it's a wonderful experience, but something that we will
You
never
noticed.
forget. Yeah,
You saw
dude,
the pain in my
I saw
eyes.
you guys running to the toilet. Oh, I saw you guys
You
in the
saw the
middle
pain,
of prep,
we're clutching our
yeah,
stomach.
and then you told me like you guys couldn't prep because
Yeah,
you were in the toilet, and after
yeah,
you done going to the toilet, the round was already starting. So, I mean, the round was
yeah.
about to start, but that's one thing, man.
We got a hard fourth, but it's okay.
Yeah, but Can you remember probably meals that you liked during your debate tournaments?
Yes, yes, I do, and I
Shout out
can
to the org,
remember.
man. We're not gonna say the org for the other one, but how about this one?
No, I can tell you like which parts that I went to. Um, a lot of the food that I did enjoy are either. Remember when we went to Ateneo?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like, yeah, I mean, we paid a lot for that, and I feel like the food was pretty decent.
Mm-hmm.
When we went to Manila
Oh
to
yeah,
debate.
yeah. That's
Yeah,
PSDC,
definitely.
right? Yeah.
Yes, yes. It
Mm,
was our first and last.
yeah. It was the first time,
Yeah.
first out of Cebu trip, man. I mean, that was the only out of Cebu trip.
Represent
Represent, man. Coming from the hills of Banawa.
the hills of South.
Oh God. But yeah, the
Oh my
food was
God.
good. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Oh, I do remember
Also,
what happened during the night though. Oh my God.
wait, which one?
Oh, there was a
Wait, which
lot,
one?
man. The first night when you tried to speak Tagalog in the chicken spot, the fried.
Oh,
But
oh,
that's not the thing. Remember when we were playing what was it, the game? King's Cup.
oh God. Yeah, I remember.
Were
We
you?
drank water. We keep drinking water, and it wasn't like the mineral type of water. It was like tap water.
No, it was mineral water.
It was
Yeah,
mineral.
it was
It
mineral water.
tasted like garbage.
Cause it's just too much water.
Yeah, like it was me, right? I think I'm the one who like went over the limit of too much water.
Yeah, cause you could
Yeah.
you can give up, but you didn't want to give up.
Look, I was in junior high and I was a young kid with a lot of pride. I couldn't give up like I can drink more water than you
Yeah.
kind of game.
But we don't want to
And
go
yeah, I
into
threw up in
details
the
of that
bathroom
one.
because I
But
had too much water.
yeah, fun times though. Those memories definitely
Terrible.
for sure. It was pretty bad probably during that moment, but these are the memories that we're gonna remember. You
We have to.
You remember the
Like,
pain.
it doesn't matter if I don't want to remember it. I will remember it. It was horrific.
Yeah, but yeah, shout outs to PSDC, man. Good food, man. Good place,
I
good
hope they still
food.
continue. Yeah.
What?
I hope they still continue because like right now everyone's a new face.
Oh yeah.
Like really like the scene has really changed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you're
Yeah.
you we
I
can
hope the
say
face
that
still,
you're done with the debate game and you left the mark, and that's the most important. And the well, this is not about food, but debating, as much as the tournament is good, but the
hmm
skills that you get out of debating is something that it's gonna stick with you for the rest of your life. It's definitely gonna help
Public
you.
speaking really helps.
It yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, shout out to PSDC with your food, man. Um,
Yeah.
but one thing that probably the last thing that I want to talk about is uh,
Yeah.
when it comes to food and memories that you have living alone. Um, do you have probably one takeaway or one lesson, or probably lessons that you could impart for people who are living alone, like students out there? Not necessarily, like working, but like people like you who had to, who's in high
Yeah.
school, like 15, 16, 17,
Yeah.
who lives alone. What would probably be your
Mhm.
advice for them? Probably I would assume that they would be just like me, who just keep on eating garbage and just eating out. But you, for one thing,
Yeah.
would cook your own meals, and well, and
Yes,
you
I
had to
would.
do it for quite a long time. So, any advice for people? Any advice for students who, you know, living alone and
Mm.
maybe?
Let's see. Um, advices. Mm, grocery shopping is without a doubt cheaper than like eating out. And I think it's all about keeping consistency in being able to cook for yourself, because it's really difficult to
Mm-hmm.
always wake up, always try to cook for yourself,
Mm-hmm.
always clean.
Mm-hmm.
The cycle is really life draining. And to save that kind of energy, tendencies are we try to eat out.
Mm-hmm. Because you have
But
homework
then if you're
and
trying to save,
you don't know how to
yeah, and
cook,
they have
you know?
homework, they can try to do like delivery, but they're all just as expensive, right? So I think it's all about consistency in like making a plan, right? This isn't just about cooking, it's about like how you spend your day wisely.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to set a certain type kind of like a time schedule for yourself, like a self-inflicted pressure, so that you know when to cook, you know what to do, kind of like making habit like your second
Mm-hmm.
nature,
And,
right?
and especially for people with budget constraints, is because
Yeah,
like they have a limited amount of budget. They and if like
yeah,
their funds are running out, they would just eat, I don't know, junk food because it's cheaper. But
yeah,
planning ahead definitely would work. What else? Do you have a
yeah. What else? um Garlic and onion, biggest cheat vegetables. You can put it in like almost anything, and it's good. I'm serious. Like garlic and onion, they're like, for the amount that you receive out of
Mm-hmm.
like markets
Mm-hmm.
or like supermarkets, are you, it's not bad. The budget itself isn't that expensive for garlics and onions, because they're widely available. They're
Mm-hmm.
like they're everywhere. So garlic and onion, they really help you with like flavoring, with like the cleanliness and like umami when it comes
Mm-hmm.
to like making food.
And it's easy.
Like
It's easy to
just
cook.
with garlic, your rice becomes so much better.
Definitely.
And that's you're getting like one clove of garlic, and
Mm-hmm.
that's boom, flavor bomb.
Yeah.
You dice it, and then you like
Just crack an egg.
you
You
sweat it
good?
out. Yeah, yeah, just crack an egg, get some garlic, like dice it little, and then like put it on oil, boom, sweat it out, flavor bomb,
Mm-hmm. Make it
all of that, you
translucent.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Again.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. If you're a broke student or if you're
But
just a student living alone, take it from my boy Danny. Grocery, man. Grocery.
yeah,
Onions.
um, yeah, always, yeah, onions and garlic, very important.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, meat is not as expensive as you think they are. The what do you call that? When we go to the grocery store,
Mm-hmm.
tendencies are you'll see how much it is per kilo, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
the meat.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes the price written there can like scare off a lot of
Yeah, because it's
newcomers
like
when it comes
100
to grocery
something,
shopping.
200 probably.
They're like 300 for a kilo. Like you think that's pretty expensive, right? But
Mm-hmm.
then you think about it, and then you actually give like a part or two, and then you
Mm-hmm.
let them weigh it. Chances are you're not gonna even reach close to a kilo, right?
Yeah. Or if you're gonna buy the
Because
whole
yeah,
kilo,
because usually they're like,
you're gonna
yeah,
have
like you're not gonna buy a whole kilo.
like if you're gonna buy the whole kilo, that would be like 4 or 5 meals already. So which is
Yeah,
still way cheaper than buying 150
yeah,
meal outside for
yeah,
less
exactly.
portions. Yeah. Yeah.
Like the idea that these numbers really scare people
Mm-hmm.
is like you gotta really go and approach like, hey, I want to get a few of these, and like really like you give it and let them weigh it, and chances are you're gonna get like 70 pesos
Mm-hmm.
for like two pieces of chicken
Mm-hmm.
breast, and like that's insane.
Yeah.
It's written on the board that says like 200 or 230 for a kilo, but you only pay like 70 for
Yeah.
two whole chicken breasts. That's because they don't try.
Mm-hmm. And
They have to approach.
and we get that because I mean you're a high school
Yeah,
kid and I assume that your parents would probably do most of the grocery shopping. But this
yeah,
is the time for you to learn to be an adult of sorts or
yeah,
try to at least cook. So
yeah.
yeah,
um
do high school kids out there or probably specifically for high school kids living alone. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't need to, keep eating that. I don't know, that 3 pesos shomai all the time. Cook your own meals,
But it's
man.
good though.
Yeah, but it's
But
good.
it, but
It's
it,
good. It's not
yeah,
good
but
all
it's
the
good though.
time, but yeah, just like my boy Danny, like, plan ahead. Consistency.
Yeah.
All right, man. Last question before we're finished. What? Yeah.
It's already an hour?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that goes fast.
All right.
All right.
And we can definitely have a part two. Probably, do a little bit of a Danny and Zach situation.
You're gonna make me have a comeback.
Yeah. Um, what?
All right.
Okay, so my last question again. You already know. What if you could
Hmm.
have anything in the world right now? What would you have?
Right now.
Mm-hmm.
Any food.
Any food.
Right now.
If probably you've tasted it or something you want to try, what would you have right
Hmm.
now?
Me right now. I would like to try um the puffer fish.
Oh, really chic and bougie, huh?
Really like pushing it to the limits, huh?
Uh-huh. And it
um,
takes a master for, someone to
yeah.
make that into a dish because it's
You
poisonous.
need like two license
Yeah. Oh, really? Oh,
to
yeah.
like get that
So
out.
that's
I
how
think I think like you need like a license for the sushi, and then you need a license
for the
for
puffer.
the puffer fish
Yeah.
separately.
Because if you don't know how to do it,
Yeah.
you're gonna kill somebody, and that's legit. It's poisonous.
Yeah.
So, pufferfish.
Living
That's
on the edge,
bougie as
man.
shit, man. Pretty bougie. All right. Okay. Any shout
Yeah.
outs? Any people that you want to mention or you want to say hi to?
Um, nah, they don't. They're not gonna watch it. I'm just kidding. Let's see.
Oh, they're gonna watch it
Um,
because it's you, or they're gonna
yeah,
listen
I'll
to it.
share it on my Facebook. I'll share it on my Facebook. I'll watch. They'll watch it.
You don't know you have like a secret
Let's see.
stalker.
I used to have one, but that's a story for another time.
All right. Who do you
Um,
want to say hi to?
let's see. I wanna really give a big shout out to the debate community in the Philippines. I've been spending a lot of time with.
Mhm.
4 years of my life, I spent it a lot on debate, and I don't regret it. I've met a lot of good people, met a lot of people I can like really get close with that I'm still close to now. I made a lot of experiences, made memories, and good ones and bad ones, obviously.
Mhm.
A lot of the big bad ones, they exist. Um,
Or who
our
else?
previous classmates,
Mm-hmm.
my previous classmates, the Vulture Boys.
Say what's up, man.
Yeah. Back to episode 0. We got like episode 4, and I think it was 3. Gab, John, those
Mhm.
people,
What's
they
up,
stayed close
John?
by when I was in
Mhm.
senior high.
Yeah. What's up, Gab? What's up,
We
John?
usually, we go around, have food.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you know what? Because it wasn't mentioned yet, steam rice, shomai,
Shout out to Dip Some Right.
dim sum.
We gotta get sponsored one day for real.
Look, the consistency, it works, man. One day they'll find you.
Yeah, they're gonna find me for
Um,
real.
yeah.
Anyone else?
And also, let's see.
Some with a special someone?
Nah,
There's a long shout
hmm?
out.
nah. This is good. This is good.
All right, man.
I've had my fair share.
All right, thank you
Yeah.
so much, man. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, all right, man. Thank you. And hold
See
on.
ya.
Wait.